years in Montana. And he got that on the 5th of February. And he called me the next morning. He may have this experience. He said, "John, I don't feel anything." But he called me on Friday. He says, "Hey, do you want a testimony?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "Well, let me tell you, first of all, I have horrible reflux. And I go to the doctor for it. They've taken me off sugar and everything, but I've had it for years. But since I've been taking this, and it's only been 5 days, it's just gone away, and I haven't had it. And he still hasn't had it since. But he says, "You know, I'm a diabetic." And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I chart everything." And I have a copy of February's chart here. And how far he walks, what his goals are, the grams he takes it. But the interesting one is insulation. So on this Friday, he says, every noon, when I test myself 4 times a day, and then I put it in Excel, and I have it charted. And he said, every day at noon, my blood sugar is 195, 194. And today, I've been taking Mila for 5 days, and it dropped to 119. Now, this isn't claiming that this cures anything. This is just the food. But it's very interesting because he called me the next week, and he said, "This is unbelievable. I haven't been over 130. And then the following week, he called and said, "I've been off my insulation for 5 days." If you want to look at this chart later, you can see when he started taking it, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then on the 27th, he said, I want to see if this really has an impact. So he didn't take his Mila. Insulation, or insulin the next day, 8. So it really is good. But that's not my favorite part of this. His mother is 91 years old. And when he got his Mila, he would give her a tablespoon every day. And so when he called me to tell me he's off insulin, he says, "You aren't going to believe this." He says, "Mildred, you know my mom." "Yeah." "She's 91 years old, and she insists on being a dealer." So, "Well, a distributor. She wants to be a distributor." She says, "Oh, Mom, you're 91 years old. I'm going to be one, Daddy." Now, she was born and raised up in Montana. And so she insisted. He took her to the bank to get her a credit card because you can't sign up without a credit card. She's never had a credit card in her life. But she insisted because she could think so clearly. So he called me last week and said, "You aren't going to believe my mom. She buys these little bags of Mila and she walks around downtown Dillon, Montana. She wanders around down there and everyone, the old timers come and say, 'Mildred, where's your cane?' 'Don't need it, I'm taking my Mila.'" Not only that, I'm 11 years younger. Whoa, how'd that happen? So well, you go to sign up. She was born in 1919. But on the chart, it only goes to 1930. So she's telling everyone, Mila took 11 years off.